Real Madrid defeat Pachuca in the Club World Cup with 3-1 score. And for me, this is Real Madrid's first game. I've seen under Xabi Alonso, last game when they were going against Al Hilal, I was working and I couldn't really focus on the game itself. I was just hearing it on my ear and then, checking every, anytime that I can, of how they were playing and stuff. And, what I've seen and heard, they were playing, how they, I guess, people expected them to be. But, it's a whole new system. It's a whole new, you know, even tactical decisions, everything new. Players, especially, also for Real Madrid. So it's not just gonna click just like that, especially with one of the best teams, um, in Saudi Arabia. If you even if you want to say in the world, sure, because Al Hilal have a really good, strong team with a lot of good players and a good coach. With Simeon, with Inzaghi, leaving Inter after a couple of years, two Champions League finals, two Serie A's, and yeah, he wanted to move to Al Hilal and could actually get knocked out, but um, Real Madrid decided against that. But now it's a new game. I finally got to sit down and watch the full 90 minutes in my reaction. And for the first 20 minutes, Real Madrid, they even if you want to say the entire first half, you could. But Real Madrid didn't look very strong in the first half. Sure, they were winning 2-0. But for me, I've seen like the first 20 to 25 minutes, Al Hilal were, not Al Hilal, Pachuca were playing really good. Salah Rondon was. It's crazy to see. I've known him since West Brom and Newcastle. Now he's playing in Mexico, and he went to China and everything like that. So it's cool to see Salomon Rondon play, but he was doing really good in the first half. He had a chance, and then Raul Asensio. It was funny because a couple minutes before Raul Asensio's tackle, I was saying he's playing way too rough. He's playing way too. He's making unnecessary tackles, unnecessary decisions, and this is gonna cost him. 2 minutes later, he gets a red card by doing an unnecessary thing, and it's something that he's been doing for a little bit now, and that's what I want to see. Raul Asensio has the talent. He 100% is a good defender, but some of his decision making is just not it. It's really not. It's against Arsenal, against Barcelona, against I think Real Sociedad, and a bunch of times I remember Raul Asensio making unnecessary decisions, and there was no point of doing that. So, and he did another one here, costed his team a red card, and I said, you can't. I got annoyed. I said, get out of my field. You're not going to be coming to the Club World Cup. You're not coming to a new situation where Xabi Alonso needs to grow the players, needs to find the solutions, needs to find, the tactics, the lineup, the whatever. And helping get that record is not going to help. Especially, you tied your first game, and who knows how good Pachuca can do against you, if I'm saying that name right. But Madrid got the job done. The first goal buildup was amazing from Real Madrid itself. For the first two goals, especially with Bellingham's goal and Arda Güler, it was build up play. It was build up play, something I haven't seen in Real Madrid in a long time now. Sure, you want to say towards the ending, the ending of the season when he started to try to include Arda Güler, Carlos Ancelotti was trying to include Arda Güler into the system, and it was working. But the Real Madrid for the entire year just did not look good at all with playmaking, with decision making, with play style, anything. So this it's not against a top team. Real Madrid have Salzburg next, and then they can verse either Juve or City if they both go through. So that's when we'll see if this Real Madrid team could live up to its standards versus a top. Juve's looking good. Keenan Yildiz, huge fan of his. At Manchester City with the new signings and the Argentinian scoring today with free kick. Shirky scored today. You have Phil Foden, Erling Haaland scoring this tournament. So it's not the best situation for Real Madrid. But yeah, great build to say Bellingham. For me, I don't want to skip stuff. Let me actually take my notes here. Um, red card. Courtois was a huge factor in this game. I think he had around 10, 11 saves. Just brilliant. He was probably a core reason why Real Madrid did not lose today. Bellingham's goal in the 35th minute. It was just beautiful build-up play. It was. I'm trying to remember if it was the Trent situation because there's two. It was. Trying to have the ball pass it to Gonzalo Garcia to Oh no, I'm thinking about the other goal. There you go. um, Bellingham was the one that ran through again. Shot it down bottom right. So yeah, the first goal was assist by Fran Garcia. Fran Garcia for me was honestly a really underrated player for this match. Fran Garcia has been always casted out, and I've always been the one to try to bring him up, try to talk about him, try to show that he's 100% a left back that deserves minutes and deserves to show what he has. I've always been a huge fan of Fran Garcia, but other people don't really see it. I hate how people just saying don't give him a chance. Sign Carreras. I guarantee you, 99% Madrid fans probably haven't seen any game of Carreras besides the Barcelona game. That is 100% the truth. Um, Sign Carreras, sign Grimaldo, sign Nuno Mendes, which I would obviously take in a heartbeat, but you have a good left back here, and you have to give him a chance. This Club, I said it before the tournament, this Club World Cup is Fran Garcia's chance to show that he can be that starting left back for Real Madrid, and that the Carreras, they don't need Carreras, they don't need Grimaldo, they don't need Nuno Mendes. They got Fran Garcia, so we'll see what happens. That for me, I think he had a great game. He really pushes out to the left side so Vinny can counter in into the middle. Um, so Fran Garcia is always down far in the far left side, going to the final third, helping Vinny a lot, helping Vinny go more free to the middle. So that's 100% a huge factor. Fran Garcia is such a really fast player also. One thing he can get honestly better at is just keep positioning of the ball. This situation he showed in this match that he can show he has the talent and he deserves a fair shout, and that's what Xabi Alonso is doing. Um, Arda Güler, it's a great goal. It was the Bellingham Trent, Gonzalo Garcia, the whole mix up, setting up beautifully for the second goal. People were like, "Why are you celebrating? It's against Pachuca," and I'm like, I haven't seen Real Madrid play like this in a long time. I don't care who's it against. Madrid have structurally have not looked good in months. So this is 100% a huge upside. Um, Brahim Diaz got subbed because Garcia got subbed out in 45. Putting Brahim Diaz. For me, Brahim Diaz is a huge factor in this team as well. Um, he did get an assist to Fede Valverde, and it was a beautiful goal from Fede. Great play, and then Montiel got the assist there. Um, yeah, there's a lot of another huge player that I want to talk about is Dean Howson. Dean Hoyson. The commentators saying Howson, other people say Hoyson. Dean Hoyson, what a defender, man. He's such a key factor, and Real Madrid are so lucky to have a player like that. People are like, who needs Tony Cruz when we have a center back version of him? Which it's true. Dean Hoyson was probably top three best player in that match. You can even say one if you want to, but um, Dean Hoyson was a bunch of situations, getting the ball back, playing it up far, going towards the middle, setting up plays, just brilliant from Dean Hoyson. Another underrated player is Dani Ceballos. I feel like when Dani Ceballos really got into that 10 midfield when he got subbed in, he just controlled. He showed what he was before that injury. Because for me, in February when he came back and from onwards, he never looked like how he was before that injury. Um, like back early on in the season, and people saying, "No way you're comparing Dani Ceballos to Pedri." I'm not. Pedri, of course, is miles better than Dani Ceballos, but the way how Ceballos is for Real Madrid is similar how it is Pedri for Barcelona. Taking control of the midfield, keeping possession, the whole thing. Dani Ceballos showed glimpses of what he was earlier in the season last year, even the seasons before. He's just never really got appreciated from it. Um, but yeah, that's a huge game for Real Madrid. Really, their next game is against Salzburg in the Club World Cup. Um, this Inter Series game is later tonight, so I'm really excited about that. But check the groups here. Yep, Salzburg next. Madrid realistically, um, can they even get knocked out? I don't think so. Actually, no, you can. If Hala beat Pachuca and Salzburg, I'm stupid. Um, but yeah, I'm really excited to see. I just hate how far the games are apart. I just really want to see games like every 2 days of Real Madrid every 3 days. But it's a long tournament. Um, Great teams involved, and just really excited to see how it'll do. So for me, I think Real Madrid played really well, and I'm really excited to see how Real Madrid do. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time.